Hello friends, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a fan or a subscriber, welcome back and thank you for your patronage. Today I will be talking about deconversion, what's next. That is, I will be giving a little bit more of my deconversion story and what I have learned since my deconversion about what's next. I think that maybe being the curious intellectual that I am, that I always had questions, but being the good little religious girl that I was, I followed my pastor's advice and squelched them. And it wasn't until years later that I finally allowed myself to start asking those questions. As humans, we want answers, and that's not a bad thing. In fact, it is a very good thing because we get curious, we ask the questions, and we go out and look for the answers. However, sometimes it's not a very good thing because if we don't know the answers, we are tempted to answer by the God of the Gaps argument. Most of you know what God of the Gaps is, but for those of you who don't, it is a fallacy wherein a person says, I don't know, therefore God. For instance, there was a time when humans didn't know where thunder came from, so we answered that as being from Thor. I was told not to question God. But if you don't question things, how do you know you have the right answer? How do you know you have any answer at all? And that's what I found out, was that God really didn't answer anything. It was just God of the Gaps. At this time, I was still drinking the Kool-Aid, so I went to the Bible for answers because everyone said if you have questions, the Bible has answers. All you have to do is look for them. They're right there. Just pray to God and they'll jump out the page at you. Needless to say, the answers didn't come. I couldn't find them, and they did not jump out of the page at me. But something else did jump out of the page at me, and that was the number of contradictions in the Bible, starting with the very first page. There are way too many contradictions to go through. I could probably spend a whole year on nothing but the contradictions that are in the Bible. However, I won't. But I will say that the Bible has been edited. There are stories from the Southern Kingdom and the Northern Kingdom, and they were pretty much spliced together. So, what do you do when you find out that you've believed a lie? Well, I don't know what other people do, but I try to find the truth. And that's going to take the rest of my life. But I'm not going to believe the lie anymore. I started this channel not just to help other people find out what they really believe, but I also started it for myself as a way to find out exactly what empirical evidence is out there and what is not. One thing Christians will tell you is that God is omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, and omnibenevolent. But there's a problem with this. He cannot be both omnipotent and omnibenevolent at the same time. But why, you may ask? Omnipotent means all-powerful. Omnibenevolent means all-loving. You do not have to be a genius to see what is wrong with this picture. All you have to do is look out into the world and you will see. If God was both omnipotent and omnibenevolent, there would be no such thing as sickness, pain, or death. If he's omnipotent, that means he's letting these things happen. If he's omnibenevolent, it means he can't do anything about it. Personally, I would rather serve a God who wants to help but can't, rather than a God who can help but won't. It's just a masochistic God. So I already have one deconversion story up, and I decided to go a little bit deeper. But this one is entitled Deconversion, What's Next? So now I'm going to go into the what's next part. And what's next is I get on with my life. I am going to laugh, love, live, and play. And I am not going to worry anymore about quote-unquote sin, which, by the way, does not exist. I am going to follow my own moral compass and decide for myself what is moral and what is immoral. I will not be chained down with rules that have no application whatsoever to modern life. I am not going to follow a 2,000-year-old book, at least 2,000 years old. Older than that. Look inside yourself. You have the answers. They're not always going to be the right answers, but you do have answers. And you will make mistakes because you're human and everybody makes mistakes, but you shouldn't feel guilty about making mistakes. Now, if you deliberately do something wrong, you should feel guilty, but you shouldn't feel guilty about being human, and you shouldn't feel guilty about being who you are. And you shouldn't feel guilty about the honest mistakes that you make, because we all make mistakes. Well, friends, that's it for now. I probably will be doing more of these from time to time as I grow stronger in my convictions, and I really do truly want to help people. Wherever you are in your journey, whether you are still religious, whether you are questioning, or whether you have just gotten out or have been out for years, just know that there are people out there for you. I'm more than willing to lend an ear to you. Question everything and never be afraid. Here are a couple of videos from my library. If you have not viewed them, go ahead and watch them. Tell me what you think. Please leave comments in the comment section. I love hearing from you. My Twitter, Discord, PayPal, and email links are in the description. There are no sources for this episode. If you like this kind of content, please hit the like button, press the subscribe button, and if you would like to be notified when I come out with new content, please hit the bell next to the subscribe button. Thank you for listening, friends, and I will see you next time. Bye.